when you're down and out, and you need.
Welcome to another episode of MichaelaTV.com. This is your host, Michaela, and I have the pleasure and the honor of a lifetime to be in the room with the legendary Ms. Melba Moore. How you doing? How you doing, Ms. Moore?
It's such an exciting pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for being here with us. You have no idea, or maybe you do because we might have chit-chatted a little bit, that you're one of my legends, so I feel very honored to be here with you. The reason why we were able to get together was because we have a common interest in ADRIAN, ALICEA, and his haute couture fashion, and you were part of his 2012 spring show.
Yes.
Talk to us about your emotion and your feeling in regards to ADRIAN, ALICEA, and his fashions, and just your experience being at the show during Fashion Week.
Well, first of all, it was a huge show, and he handmade all of the, I don't know if I'm show business, I guess I call them costumes.
Yeah.
The dresses, and everyone was one of a kind, and very, very different. There was a motif, and I would say that was elegance. There was lots of lace and flowy feathers and sequins, and very, very elegant.
Yes.
But he even had children in the show, and they were beautiful. You just wanted to smile and cry and say, "Oh my God, look at that talent!" I knew that he was talented, but you don't really know a person's talent. You see them do their show and actually do it in front of an audience and have everything come together. And it just made your mouth drop open. And then I saw one of the pictures of the gown that I wore. I said, "Oh, who is that lady?" Artist. And I thought, oh, one of the great things about the lace and a lot of his work is that you can be very daring and very, what do you call it, see-through and everything, but it's still very elegant. It's art.
You'll never have to worry, 'cause my love is true. I'll always be right here for you.
So right now we have Ms. Melba Moore in ADRIAN, ALICEA Haute Couture 2012. Describe this gown to us, ADRIAN.
This is a beautiful mini, like, sequin square. It's what we call a full-length gown, long sleeve with a train and a oversized hood, which goes towards the whole Jedi look.
Love it.
But in a glamorous way, of course, and it couldn't look more beautiful than anyone else in Melba. Look at the fit; it's really beautiful. I love the train. I love the length.
How do you feel in this gown, Melba?
Like a black sequined diva.
Yes! Work, honey! Yes! You had your start, obviously, as an amazing singer, making amazing music, Grammy Awards nominated, Billboard charts, Broadway. You have done it all. Who is the Melba Moore now? Who's the Melba Moore that I'm sitting next to now versus the one that got her start as a passionate singer on stage and doing her thing?
I would think that, of course, I'm a mature person now, so it's time for me to be in charge. It's time for me to be a mentor. It's time for me to both share what I've learned verbally and in teaching. I'll do seminars. As a matter of fact, I went back to my alma mater high school, alma mater, Arts High in New York this past week. And I'll go to the universities and share what I've learned. But I also I hope to be a good mentor by example. And I also hope to fellowship with those that are in my age group.
Yes.
To encourage them to live healthier, better lives.
Oh, that's great.
And to make them feel good about what they've already accomplished as well.
You started a foundation for children, and you're contributing your time to the community. Tell us about that, because as you know, our show is primarily about celebrities who are making a difference. Talk to us about the foundation that you've been working with and how it's affected children's lives.
Well, it was the Melba Moore Foundation for Abandoned and neglected and abused and neglected children.
Yes.
And it began back in the mid-'80s when I saw a news program asking people to please come and volunteer to Harlem Hospital for infants who had been abandoned by their mothers. And then it was discovered that the young mothers were addicted to crack, and we were just seeing the crack epidemic rear its ugly head. So I had some time off and I went up to volunteer to hold the babies, and then I realized you couldn't just hold the babies and go home.
Yeah.
So I stayed to find out what more I could do, and eventually created the foundation. And since I didn't really know anything about how a foundation works or how you actually can be best used, I joined the board of directors for Hale House and several other foundations that do the same kind of work, so I could learn. That's how I began. After that, I had my own challenges, so I was on welfare and serving jail sentences, so I couldn't do that work anymore.
Okay.
But my site is still up because I want people to know if they're doing the work, I can lend my services to what they're doing. I'll tell you what God tells me. When you're at the end of your rope, you don't know what to do. You say, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Yeah. That's a good place to be.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
If you'll go to the Lord.
Okay.
And just say, Lord, I don't know what to do. You don't need to say you don't know the Lord. Say his name anyway, because when you say that, he will come in.
Just call him.
Yeah, he'll come in and just, keep doing that. I know the frustration is not going to go away right away. The situation is not going to be changed right away. So you just start to observe what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, and keep taking it to the Lord. Well, Lord, what is that? Why are you doing it? Take it to him. Yeah, take it to him. Take it to him. And then see what he does with you. And then sit there a minute, give him a chance to say something.
Give him a chance to answer, right? We were chatting earlier, and you say after all of these years, when you're about to sing, you still feel nervous.
Absolutely.
Talk to us about the quality of that. Where does that nervousness not come from? Because I'm not a singer, so my assumptions may be off base, but I would assume that after many years of being an expert at something, that the nervousness subsides a little bit, but you still say that you felt that nervousness. What is that about?
I think you said the key thing. I've never become an expert at it. It's a growing, living thing, and it keeps changing, so you can't take it for granted.
Okay.
So I'm saying, well, that was easy this time. The last time I had a problem. What's wrong? Is that going to happen again?
Oh, yeah, so you get nervous like...
So I know, maybe because my early life was very broken, and there was not confidence instilled in me. As a matter of fact, I was trained not to believe in myself, and there would never be anything. And many people can identify with that.
Wow. Okay.
And now I look at it as, yes, you are an expert, but this is a living thing. And something like the voice, like I'm a lyric soprano, but as I'm older, I'm getting the bottom now.
Oh.
But if you're not careful, you'll lose the top.
Okay.
So you have to observe it, and
it's an instrument that you still have.
A living instrument.
Okay.
And some people, they don't have that issue. They were born with a contralto voice, and it was big, and they started singing like that when they were 7 or 8 years old, and it hasn't changed. Usually those people don't get nervous. But a lot of times those people lose their voices because the body changes when you get older, and the nutrition has to change, and all the whole mechanism is part of your talent. So I think I've discovered that I'm delicate. I can't drink champagne, I can't drink alcohol. And I've discovered these things the hard way.
You mentioned before we started recording that you've mentored many people, everyday people, as well as other female artists that you and I and our viewers would probably know. Who have been some of those people that you've mentored, and what can you say about your experience in mentoring other women who aspire to have those long-lasting careers like yourself and many others have had?
Well, I can't say that I've really done that kind of mentoring. I'm kind of like the poor man's diva.
I'm not seeing that because sitting next to her, she's just fabulous. But explain to us more.
My mentoring seems to come more with people that, saying I'm in different situations, but they don't know that I'm an artist.
Okay.
Or they don't know that I'm a star.
They just know you as...
Well, they see me on the street or something.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they don't know. Yeah.
Or we may go someplace and I'm with them and we're kind of friending. And what you do is you're just in an elevator and say, oh, it's too hot and it's too dead. I said, well, I like all the seasons.
When you and I were sitting and talking the first time, you gave me some advice, which is still ringing in my ear today. And you said, sometimes the Lord gives you your appearance, and it is what it is. It's just a blessing. Don't always feel that other people need to dictate how you use that beauty or how you use that appearance. How do you use your energy? How do you use who you are to be able to affect other people? You've done so much. You've influenced so many people. So many people admire what you do. I hear your voice now. Then that's one thing, and now I hear it, and it's just like it touches my heart. What is next for you? How do you? Is it about topping that, or beating what you've done, or going beyond, or is it more a transition onto another level? What's next for Melba Moore?
I think it's all of those things, because the great thing about entertainment and art is you want to surprise people.
Yeah.
You want to get their attention.
Mm-hmm.
You still want them to enjoy what you've done before. Mm-hmm. So once again, it's a living, breathing your life. And I'm an artist, thank God. God gave me to be an artist, and that's my calling, it's my vocation, it's my ministry. So it's a holy thing. So I need to be in television. I need to be in more theater. Anytime I feel like it, like Jackie Mason. Anytime you feel like it, you go to Broadway.
Yeah. Why not?
Who gave him acting lessons?
Yeah.
But what he's done that I want to do is capture the knowledge of how it works. And when you have your projects, you're not asking someone, please give me a job. No, you're the producer now. So I love theater. It's been so good to me. But I've never really done, I don't think, anything near what I can do, because I've always been stepping into somebody else's daydream.
Ah, interesting. Well, when you sang during ADRIAN ALICEA's show, you sang a very beautiful song that to me I felt was gospel, in essence, a gospel song.
I agree.
And you talked about that love. Were you talking about the love, God's love? Were you talking about love amongst people, or is it just universal?
Well, I like to say it's universal, but I don't want to give a sense that it's vague and distant. It all belongs to God. His scripture today was, I am intensely jealous for my own. Okay. So, because he's now giving me the privilege to sing gospel, don't mean I got to be stuck in the back of the church in the last pew.
Amen. Well, Melba, I just have to say it was a blessing for me to be able to spend some girl time chit-chatting with you, and I really appreciate the advice you gave me that day at the show, and sharing your energy with me.
Oh, that was a beautiful lace dress of
Thank you. It was one of Adrian's couture pieces, beautiful. And I was proud to wear it. But I'm also proud that I get to speak with people like yourself that inspire others. And may you continue to reach and do and reinvent yourself and be amazing and mentor and give of your spirit
it's
to
such
other
fun,
people.
isn't it?
It really is. I love having the opportunity to speak with someone as beautiful as you. And you guys, as you can see, have gotten to experience a little bit of Melba Moore's beauty here with us today. Sign out for now. This is Michaela, your host of MichaelaTV.com. And don't forget, your host of the Michaela Radio Show on UrbanLatinoRadio.com. And I have the pleasure of being here with
Melba Moore.
You better keep it locked, because I have a lot more amazing people coming your way. Keep it locked right here. Take care. Bye. This is why I love what I do, because I get to stand next to one of the ultimate divas who is feeling like a true sequined diva. What can I say?
And my Diva Junior.
Diva Junior, diva in training. Woo-hoo. Bye.